Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I am doing some more soil prep here at the Carolina Garden House now that the first phase of the native shrub border has been planted. So I'm genuinely concerned about the pH, and I'm actually going to a trade show tomorrow. So I'm going to pick up some soil sample kits from NC Extension, and I'll make some videos going through the process of how to prepare a soil sample, and then when I get the results, we'll go over it. But based off of my other garden, I'm very concerned that the pH isn't low enough. And that's in part because this is sand, so those crustaceans actually, as they decompose, influence the pH level, which ultimately influences a plant's ability to pick up micronutrients. So a friend of mine was explaining to me how, like, I was saying my blueberries on my property are all showing signs of iron deficiency. And that is because the pH is too high, and heavy metals like iron don't run freely through the plant. Like nitrogen, a macronutrient, that actually has the ability to infiltrate through the entire plant. Micronutrient deficiencies usually show up on older growth, and a lot of the growth on my blueberries is almost like pure white. That is a complete sign of an iron deficiency. And despite my best efforts of adding ground aged pine bark, and I've even added, some soil acidifier, it's just not working fast enough for the health of the blueberries. So to avoid doing the same thing over and over again, trying to learn from my mistakes, I'm not going to apply triple shred hardwood on this property at all. My gut told me not to, and in the bed that I did back in August, I found bagged ground aged pine bark, but bagged pine bark just doesn't make sense. It's so much waste. I don't want all that plastic, for one thing. And then these beds are way too big to be doing with bags. So I'm so excited that my neighbor Nick, whose kids helped do this install, stopped by and is bringing me 3 yards of the exact kind of mulch that I really need. Right now I'm only gonna mulch this bed because we overseeded this bed with spring cottage garden plants, which need to have light to germinate. I'm also going to go ahead and take this opportunity to spread the rest of this bag of soil acidifier, which can be found at box stores, just to make sure that I am going down the right path. And I'll definitely follow up with soil testing information, because that's a really critical component. I should have done it through extension from the beginning. I did some at-home tests, which aren't really as reliable. So be sure to subscribe and follow along to get more information on that process. But for right now, I'm gonna go ahead and apply the soil acidifier, and then I'm gonna get busy on mulching. Very exciting day, and again, unseasonably warm for being the middle of January. All right, so this small bag only did 1 bed. I'll make sure to run to the store and get some more of this. I'll also pick up some fertilizer since I don't have any. But as I mentioned in yesterday's video, I'm waiting to fertilize until about the middle of March, because I really don't want the plants to start actively growing too early and then suffer from any potential upcoming cold spells. Now, I just did a handful on every single shrub in this border instead of broadcasting it through the entire thing. Right now, my goal is just to make sure that the plants get what they need to be able to survive. And I really think that the application of ground-aged pine bark as the mulch substrate is going to be the easiest way to ensure that the bed stays on the acid side of neutral. Okay, very exciting delivery has just arrived. The ground-aged pine bark is coming. I'm going to have it dropped sort of in the middle in the grass so that eventually I can do both beds. Just have to wait for the seedlings to germinate. Hopefully they'll germinate in like the next week to 10 days. Just an extra grateful shout out to my amazing neighbors whose dad, Nick, brought me the magic mulch. And now the kids are here helping spread it. We have the best neighborhood. Thank you guys. Well, this was the most amazing afternoon. Can you believe what these kiddos got accomplished? Oh, good job, Madeline. So we put a huge dent in the mulch pile. As you can see, we mulched this entire bed, and then we did a ring around that bed, and that's because we sowed all those cottage garden seeds, poppies, larkspur, nigella, cilantro, other things. So we've got to let those seeds germinate, but we wanted to make the bed look kind of complete. And I'm really anxious for those seeds to germinate so we can get the rest of the mulch out.
I love mulching.
Oh my gosh, well I love you guys. Thank you for helping me. I can't believe we got this done in one day. Like in under an hour. This is amazing. Well everybody, I hope you'll stay tuned for our continued progress. They're already asking what our next jobs are, and we have a lot more planting to do. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. Thanks so much for watching.